Hello children. In the previous lectures we have studied about rational numbers, and then after we have studied properties of rational number. Under that we have studied properties of addition, properties of subtraction, properties of multiplication and properties of division. I hope you all have understood all that which we have studied in the previous lecture. Now today we will start a new topic of rational number, that is representation of rational numbers on number line. You all have studied this representation in class 7th also. So first we will see how we make a number line. Now you can see a number line is drawn. In the middle you can see there is 0. On the right hand side, blue side, you can see that there are positive numbers. On the left hand side, you can see there are negative numbers. So you can say that number line consists of 0, positive numbers and negative numbers. As we go to the right hand side of the number line, the value always increases. As we go to the right hand side of the number line, the value increases, and as we go to the left hand side, the value decreases. Clear? Now next we have to plot rational number on a number line. Now there are some basic rules which we have to follow while drawing that rational number on a number line. So before that, what we can say that rational numbers can be easily represented on number line by just following some simple steps. Representation on number line depends upon the type of rational fraction is to be represented on the line. Type of rational fraction. What you can say? Type. First you have to see which type of rational fraction it is. But before going to the number line, don't forget to check for the negative and positive sign of the rational number. First you have to see which type. You have to see which type, and then you have to see that is it negative or it is positive. Positive rational number are always represented on the right side. Positive rational number, it is represented on the right side, and while negative rational numbers are represented on the left side of the 0 on the number line. Clear? First one was we have to see which type of rational fraction. Type we will study just now. Next we have to see whether it is a negative or a positive sign. We have to see that which sign is there. Next one, if it is a positive rational number, it is clear that it will lie on the right side of the number line, and if it is a negative rational number, then it will lie on the left side of the rational number. Now in that we have studied, first we have to check that which type of rational fraction it is. So some basic rules of representing rational number on a number line is what? First one was you have to see the type of rational fraction. Type means whether it is a proper fraction or it is a improper fraction. First one, if the rational number fraction is proper, then it lies between 0 and 1. This you have to learn it nicely. This you should know it clear that if the fraction is proper, then it will lie between 0 and 1. If it is a positive proper fraction, then it will lie on the right hand side of the number line, and if it is a negative proper fraction, then it will lie on the left hand side of the number line. Next one. If the rational number fraction is improper, then what we have to do first, we have to convert it into mixed fraction, and then the given rational number lie between the whole number and the next whole number. If the fraction is a improper, then first what we have to do, we have to change it into mixed fraction, and then whatever whole number will come, that rational number will lie between that whole number and the next whole number. Clear? So two rules are there. If the rational number fraction is proper, then it will lie between 0 and 1, and if the rational number is improper, then we will first convert into mixed fraction. Mixed fraction, we will get a combination of whole number and a proper fraction. So that rational number, which is an improper fraction, will lie between that whole number and the next whole number. So this is the number line. You can see in this number line I have drawn 0, and on the left hand side I have written -2 -1, and on the right hand side I have written 1 upon 2. So next we will start that how to draw a rational number on a number line. Now, representation of rational number on a number line. Next one, first we have to check that whether it is which type of fraction it is. If the numerator is smaller than denominator, then it will be a proper fraction. Okay. If the numerator is greater than denominator, then it will be a improper fraction. For example, if 3 upon 4 is there, and here you can say that 7 upon 4. 3 upon 4, where the numerator is smaller than the denominator, then you can say that it is a proper fraction, and when the numerator is greater than the denominator, then it is a improper fraction. So first of all, you have to check whether it is a proper fraction or it is a improper fraction. Next one. First example, what you have to see here, two rational numbers are there, 1 upon 2 and -1 upon 2. Taking first one, 1 upon 2. Which type of fraction you can say it is? 1 upon 2, where you can say that numerator is smaller than the denominator. You can say that numerator is smaller than the denominator, and it is a positive proper fraction. This is a positive proper fraction, and this is a negative proper fraction. So it will lie between 0 and 1. We have studied earlier also that proper fraction will always lie between 0 and 1. So we will start making the number line. So we have drawn, because it will lie between 0 and 1. So I have drawn a number line. In that I have written 0 and 1 to the right hand side, and left hand side also I have written -1, because it is a proper fraction. So it will lie between 0 and 1. So till 1 I have made the number line. Next step, what you will do, first you will draw the number line. You will check that whether it is proper or improper. If it is a proper fraction, so only you will draw till 1. Next one. Now first one is 1 upon 2 we are making. When we are making 1 upon 2, it is a proper fraction. Therefore, what we will do, we will make, and it is positive number, so it will lie between 0 and 1, to the right hand side of the number line, to the right hand side of the number line. Now, the denominator represents the number of equal parts in which it has to be divided. Denominator represent the equal parts which has to be divided. Now what we have done, in between 0 and 1, we have divided that part 0 and 1 into two equal parts because denominator is 2. So we have divided it into two equal parts. So whatever denominator is there, you will see the denominator and you will divide into that much part. Okay, you have divided. Next what you will do, you have divided that into two equal parts. Now next is what you have to do. You have to represent 1 upon 2. So how you will read? First one is 0. Here it is 0. Here it will be 1. Here it will be 2. Here you will say 0. Here it will be 1 upon 2. And here it will be 2 upon 2. That will give out 1. So what you have got here, you have got 1 upon 2. Clear? Next same way, minus 1 upon 2. Minus 1 upon 2 will lie on the left hand side of the number line. So it will lie here. It will lie here. Again, same way, denominator is what? 2. Denominator is 2. So you will, in between 0 and 1, you will divide it into two equal parts. And here it will be 1. Here it will be 0. Here it will be 1. And here it will be 2. Minus 1, minus 2. So here it will be minus 1 upon 2. So what you can say, 1 upon 2 will lie between 0 and 1, and there you have done two equal parts between 0 and 1 because 2 is the denominator. Minus 1 upon 2 because it is a negative number, therefore it will lie on the left hand side of the number line. You can see one more example that is given. 3 upon 4 and minus 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4. Again, it is a which type of fraction? It is a proper fraction. So it will lie between 0 and 1. Now 4 is the denominator. So how many parts will be there? 0 to 1. 4 parts, not 4 lines. You can see here, not 4 lines. You have to divide into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts you will divide. Now you have to represent 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4, this one is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 upon 4. So this will be your 3 upon 4. And minus 3 upon 4, again it will, because it is a negative rational number, so it will lie on the left hand side of the number line. So it will lie here, minus 3 upon 4. Next, we have studied about when the rational number is a proper fraction. Now when the numerator is greater than the denominator, when the numerator is greater than the denominator, then what we will do? When the numerator is greater than the denominator, that is what you can say, 7 upon 4, it is a positive improper fraction and it is a negative improper fraction. Then what you will do, I have told you earlier also, that first we will change into mixed fraction. We will change into mixed fraction. See here, 7 upon 4 we have changed into mixed fraction. So, and 7 upon 4 we have changed into mixed fraction by dividing. Then what it will come? It will come 1 whole 3 upon 4. It will come 1 whole 3 upon 4. For 7 upon 4, it will come 1 whole 3 upon 4, and minus 7 upon 4, it will come minus 1 whole 3 upon 4. Okay. 7 upon 4 is a positive improper fraction. So mixed fraction will also be a positive number. Minus 7 upon 4 is a negative improper fraction. So mixed fraction will also be in negative sign. Now next what we have to do? Now what we will do? Again, we can see that what you have got in mixed fraction, you have got 1 whole 3 upon 4. 1 whole 3 upon 4. Whole number here, we can say that whole number is here 1. So what we have studied, firstly we have studied that first we will change into mixed fraction, and then that whole number and the rational number will lie between that whole number and the next whole number. So it will lie between 1 and 2. It will lie between 1 and 2. First we have changed into mixed fraction. Then whatever whole number is coming, that rational number will lie between that whole number and the next whole number. So it will lie between 1 and 2. So I have drawn a number line which consists of, on the left hand side it is coming, I have written till minus 2, and on the right hand side I have written till 2, because that rational number will lie between 1 and 2. Next, as we have got, we know that it will lie between 1 and 2. By the whole number, we can say that it will lie between 1 and 2. By the whole number, we can say that it will lie between 1 upon 1 and 2. Now we have got one proper fraction also. We have got one proper fraction, 3 upon 4. So here the denominator is 4. So between 1 and 2, we will divide that 1 and 2 in 4 equal parts. We will divide into 4 equal parts. See, not 4 lines, 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have divided 4 into 4 equal parts. Next. Now next what you have done is, as you have got 1 whole 3 upon 4. So what you will do? First we are doing positive 1 whole 3 upon 4. Now what we have done, between 1 and 2, we have divided that part into 4 equal parts. We have divided into 4 equal parts because what we have got here, we have got 3 upon 4 here. We have got 3 upon 4 where the denominator is 4. Denominator is 4. So that is why we have divided it into 4 equal parts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have divided into 4 equal parts. Now where 3 upon 4 will come? 3 upon 4 will come. Here it will come 0. Here it will come 1. Here it will come 2. Here it will come 3 upon 4. That is only 1 whole 3 upon 4, or you can say 7 upon 4. Clear? Because it is a mixed fraction, and in mixed fraction 1 you have got as a whole number. So it will lie between 1 and 2, and then when 1 and 2 you know that it will lie between 1 and 2, and 3 upon 4 you have got as a proper fraction. So you will, denominator is 4. That is why you will divide into 4 equal parts, and you will mark the third point. That will represent 1 whole 3 upon 4. Negative 1 also. Negative also, how you can do? Negative is there. If negative improper fraction is there, again what you will see, you will change into mixed fraction, and then you will see that it will lie between -1 and -2. It will lie between -1 and -2. Now 3 upon 4 again you have got. So this part you will divide into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3 line you will draw. It will be divided into 4 parts, and then you will mark the third point that will represent 1 whole 3 upon 4. In this way you will represent the rational number on a number line. So we have studied the representation of rational number on a number line. Firstly, you have to see whether it is a positive fraction, positive rational number, or negative rational number. Then what you have to see, if it is a proper fraction, definitely it will lie between 0 and 1. And if it is an improper fraction, then firstly you will change into mixed fraction and then you will do accordingly, which I have told you in this lecture. So this was all about representation of number line. So some questions I will give you, you will do in your fair copy, and then we will start with the next topic, that is how to insert rational numbers between two rational numbers. That was all for today. Thank you.